Do you ever receive criticism from your partner or loved ones about your voice and the way you sound and speak? Maybe they think you speak too nasally, or you sound like you're tired, or maybe you mumble instead of articulating easily and comfortably. All these comments and criticism may leave you feeling embarrassed, shameful, and potentially feeling like you're weak. If the answer is yes, in this video you will learn that you are not alone. This is more common than you think actually, and it goes deeper than what it seems on the surface, and it can easily be fixed. But before we begin, if this is your first time here, I'm your favorite inhibited voice coach, Hossam. I help people go from socially anxious to socially confident through healing their voice physically and psychologically at the root cause. This is something that I specifically struggled with for over 2 decades, and I finally learned sustainable ways to overcome it. And I'm sharing it with so many people as well. I invite you to join my free mini course to learn the foundations for a healthy voice, and if you need one-on-one help, find yourself securing a complimentary call and I'll speak to you personally. Now if that sounds like a good deal, please smash the like and subscribe button and let's dive in. One of the clients I work with, let's call him Evan, knew this struggle all too well. His wife often criticized the way he spoke, saying things like, "Why are you speaking like this? Your voice sounds like you're always tired. It sounds like you're swallowing air." Even though Evan tried not to let these comments get to him, with repetition, they stuck. When he spoke to his partner, his voice tightened, becoming more staccato and broken up, strained and monotonous, like he was carrying the weight of that criticism in his voice. But it didn't stop there. You see, his brother started commenting that he sounded unsure, slow, and weak. Evan couldn't ignore it anymore. He felt trapped, more nervous, and more aware of his voice in ways he didn't want to. The problem snowballed into other areas of his life. He felt like his thoughts processed faster than his words, leaving him unable to express himself fully. Doing his YouTube videos to grow his business became a source of dread instead of joy, and he couldn't shake the nervousness and tightness every time he tried. When he would rewatch his own content on YouTube, he would cringe and hate the fact that he didn't sound the way he wanted to. All these struggles pointed to a deeper issue: having an inhibited voice. An inhibited voice isn't just about how you sound, it's about what's happening internally beneath the surface. It often starts as a coping mechanism triggered by suppressed emotions and self-limiting beliefs shaped by the environment around us. Over time, this leads to physical tightness in the muscles around the vocal cords, accumulating and stifling our natural expression. For Evan, this tension manifested in strained speech and weak tone and persistent feeling of being stuck in his own head every time he tried to speak. Evan tried therapy, which helped him release suppressed emotions, but it didn't help him release his suppressed voice. He also worked with a speech therapist, but the focus was more on his presentation skills and body language, totally missing the core issue, his vocal inhibition. He even forced him to do his YouTube videos to grow his business, hoping repetition would ease his nerves. Instead, the experience reinforced his self-consciousness, leaving him more critical of himself than ever. So while I was working with Evan, we tackled the issue with a twofold approach. We started by releasing the physical tension in his voice. Through targeted vocal exercises, we brought more resonance and ease into his tone, releasing the tension that has been accumulated closely around his vocal cords, helping him feel more grounded and natural when speaking. This step is essential because half of the equation is embedded in the physical voice. Next, we address the deeper emotional root using an NLP technique called Map Across. We were able to neutralize the embarrassment and the perfectionist thought patterns that kept Evan stuck in his head by shifting his focus away from needing to sound good to I feel good about myself. We shifted his emotions from anxious and I must do a good job to pride and love and I am doing a great job. His awareness of his body immediately shifted and began to use more brain space because he's not as stuck in his head as he was. All this, of course, happens at the unconscious mind level, which makes it a permanent shift. A week later, after my session with Evan, he reported to me that he noticed he's speaking with a little bit more resonance throughout his day. And the fascinating part, his wife didn't even criticize him during that week. He experientially realized that when speaking, it's not your words that have the most powerful impact, but rather the strength of your projection that communicates your belief in your words. His confidence beginning to grow, and he's using more and more of his brain space. Evan's story is a proof that you can stop feeling self-conscious when you speak. After just one session, Evan noticed a shift. His voice felt freer, and he carried himself with more confidence. If you ever felt held back by criticism or self-doubt, remember this. It's not about being perfect. It's about being fiercely genuine. Your voice is your power, and it deserves to be heard, loud and clear. Also, your voice is the primary tool for the world to receive the gifts you have to offer, and it's so important to pay attention to it. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. If you did, please smash the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, or if you have any questions that I can potentially answer. Join my free mini course to learn the foundations for a healthy voice. And if you need one-on-one help, find yourself securing a complimentary call and I'll speak to you personally. With that, stay well, much love. I'll see you in the next video.